Sad news to report, McKnight son Niko, 32 years of age, has passed away after his battle with cancer, stage 4 cancer. Singer McKnight's son Niko has passed away after a battle with stage 4 cancer. McKnight confirmed Niko passed away on Thursday, May 29th. The aspiring artist was only 32 years of age. McKnight's brother, takes 6 singer Clyde McKnight, also announced his nephew passing via TikTok. McKnight had a strained relationship with his older children, but he said he and his wife jumped into action when they learned Niko was passing away. Niko was diagnosed with cancer and he didn't have insurance back in 2024. So he also says in an Instagram post, at that time, his ex-wife Julie demanded he stop helping Niko in his cancer fight. 6 months ago, we found out about Niko's cancer diagnosis. He said at the time, we called him, we talked to him, we talked to his wife. She told us that she was all alone and handling everything by herself, and it became quickly evident to us that since they didn't have insurance and they didn't have access to proper doctors, naturally we jumped into action. He continued, we miraculously found a treatment facility near our home that put him at the top of the list, and then we put down a deposit to secure that place. McKnight said Mendoza, a physician, asked for Niko's medical records and delivered them to the best specialist in the country to give his son the best fighting chance. McKnight said him and Mendoza arranged for Niko and his wife to fly to their home, but he claimed Julie made a hostile phone call to him demanding him to stop helping their son. I can only imagine that if their help came from me, that it would go against the strong narrative that's being pushed out there about me, McKnight said, referring to fans' comments that he was a deadbeat daddy. He said, so what are we doing? We are adhering to Julie's wishes because that's what she wanted, and we're staying out of it. Brian concluded by saying that his wife Mendoza are praying for Niko. Fans aren't sure if McKnight was telling the truth because the singer had previously disowned his older children. McKnight referred to his sons with Julie as a product of sin. He also has a strained relationship with his daughter, who is also, they said she's born out of wedlock. Well, he already figured his children was born out of sin, so McKnight says Mendoza's daughter Julia was his one and only daughter. Child, McKnight, you don't feel off, bro. You don't feel off, for real. Like Brian McKnight, he ain't giving it like he used to. Like, I don't know, something wrong with these celebrities. They get their money and they show us who they really, really got doggone be. Yep, Brian McKnight and his son, Niko. And then his uncle said he was devastated at his nephew passing. If you comment, please do in love and not what you may have heard about the relationship my brother has with his kids. Thank you. Bram Night, only you have to deal with it. Got grandchildren. His wife is a widow now. My condolences to the McKnight family. Yeah, because, that's still your son, whether you try to deny him, whether you had him in lust, sin, fire, desire. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, that's your, that's your son. Can't take that away. Okay, Brian McKnight. And all of his children, they do look like him. You could tell that that's his son. Like, you could look at Niko and you could tell that's him. That's Brian McKnight's son. Yep. That's tragic, though. Such a young age. And it hurted me to see him arguing, over the internet with his father. But it definitely got your father's attention. Infinite love, life, and a good vibration. I am your host, Velvet, coming through with Grandma Knight's son, Niko, passes away at the age of